So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
SOS, SOS, SOS. SOS. Shift.
Check 13. Check 13.
Jam, jam.
Now Jones. He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
Go, Mike 51.
Check Bobcat.
Let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
They can't hang with us. Watch twist. Watch
70 Ranger.
slam.
Throwing Jones. This is Shepard on the catch.
Rush in.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
They're going to need some therapy after this.
A throw for Galladay is going to be intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover. Offensively, a far from ideal start there with a pick on the opening drive.
Yeah, not exactly what they were looking for. We know that. That's pretty obvious. The beauty, though, is it's happening early. If they don't panic, they don't compound this problem, they've got a long way to go and a chance to get back in it.
Check 9.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
And boy.
Here's Lance to throw it. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. This is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, 49ers. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and of course they'd like to forget the inning, the interception, but they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
On 3rd and 2, Jones. Man open, it's Toney. He's got it. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. On 1st and 10, Jones throwing deep for Galladay. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. What a start defensively. Your offense goes out, gets the touchdown, and then you get the interception. Just perfect.
How about the discipline that they showed on defense? Because after the offense scored to go up 7-zip, you would think they might be a little extra aggressive trying to get back at them. Instead, they read their keys well.
There he goes, right side. The 20.
Oh, my goodness.
He's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Well, Raheem Mostert, we know the story. From special teamer to postseason hero, all he needs is a little bit of space, CD, and he can do the rest.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and starts shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses. He winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. To this point, the results have not been good. 2 possessions, 2 turnovers.
And that's obviously something that can't continue, but to go a little bit deeper on that one, I would think about some play calls now, not even necessarily to my best player, but to someone I can trust with the ball. Try and get things settled down a little bit.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Focus, defense, focus.
On 2nd and 10, Jones.
Check.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Big hit. Mike 54.
Jones now on 3rd down. Here's Tony on the quick slant. And they're going to get him down well short of the first as he can only get this to the 30. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. Right back to Tony. He's got another one. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 21 yards there. A big play on 4th down.
And that's a big...
Is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. This fielded right at the goal line. And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Strip the ball. Strip that ball. Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
Rodgers for the give. It's Aaron Jones. And look at this. For the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. Flushed out right. And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. Back deep, Travis Benjamin. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, trying to gauge the sun, and he muffs it. But fortunately, he's able to recover his own fumble, or that could have been trouble.
I know there's no magnet in the ball, but sometimes for the punt returner, after such a scramble, it sort of feels that way, doesn't it? He has it, he loses it, somehow the ball finds its way back to him.
Atone for his sin, and you know he's taking a deep sigh of relief right now. They'll run for the first time with Raheem Mostert. And he's got some space here. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. That one 28 yards on the ground.
That outside handoff to the left, that play has to warm the heart of an offensive line coach because they controlled the left side where they were supposed to, but they didn't allow anything to leak from the backside on the right side of the offensive line either. Well played.
Yeah, it created a big run. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 43 yards rushing for him now at his first 2 carries of the ball game.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On first down, Lance. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
On second down, Mostert. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. You were telling me this yesterday. This is exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
Ready, here we go. Red 38.
You ain't going nowhere. Hey, Mike 51.
Ready, go.
On first and 10, here's Lance. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Ready.
Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm the crowd.
Stay with your man.
51's Mike.
On play action, Lance.
Here I come again. Here I come again.
And it's caught. Touchdown 49ers. Kyle Juszczyk, a 22-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Gold with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This taken in at the goal line. And this will be brought out to the 25 as Taylor elects to not return it. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. Where do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say this.
Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. On first and 10, it's Mostert. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Mike 51, Mike 51.
After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Set, ready. 10 black. Hey, full fury.
Check.
Set, go.
They'll try and run here with Mostert. First down and a little extra for Mostert. And all the way down to the 17-yard line. 66 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here in this first half. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
Go ultra.
Check the backer. Shift! Watch the shift!
Let's go.
He's got this one complete to Sherfield. And he'll get nothing out of that one. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Check smash.
You mob.
Out. Check white.
Check 49.
Ready.
Lance a handoff here to Mostert. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. 8 yards on the run there, and that leaves him with 3rd and just a couple.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
On 3rd down, here comes Mostert. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. And that gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Ready. Yellow 43.
Watch the twist.
Now a play fake. Lance. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal.
It's going to be a long day.
Blue check. Slice, set, go.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
That's right, baby.
And
It's
he
all
hauls it
me.
in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Kyle Juszczyk. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. On the return, it's Taylor. And he's only going to get this to the 4-yard line.
All day, baby, all day.
Well, not exactly a banner return, so he doesn't give his offense a whole lot of room to work with. They've got to go a long way now to try and score some points. I do know this from experience. There will be a few comments muttered his way by the offense as they head out on the field.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And they're in an early hole. The first drive, they threw the interception. That led to a touchdown, so decent-sized deficit early on.
It is, but I think you hit the key words early on. So they have to decide, do we even need to change game plan, or do we just need to execute better and try and get back in this game?
And they finally are able to take him down at the opposite 47. So that run there, yeah, I don't know if it's overstating things to call it a thing of beauty, but in terms of football plays, that's as good as you're going to see.
Get that quarterback, D-Lo.
30, 26.
Rodgers now on first down. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On second down, it's Jones. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play as we have reached the 2-minute warning. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Out of the backfield, this is Aaron Jones. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
Rodgers' throw is taken in by Jones.
Let's get off the field.
Call it a pickup of 7, and that'll make it 2nd down.
Yeah, baby.
Mike one, Mike one.
Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Here's Rodgers to throw. And this is caught. Mercedes Lewis with a grab. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Green 18, 10-30.
Here we go.
Throwing is Rodgers.
Watch one.
Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. Throwing again on 2nd down. Rodgers. This one swung out here to Jones. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down. Got a man open, it's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay. Devontae Adams there to make the grab. And the Packers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Crosby with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. This one caught by Kittle. Running right through him. And all the way down to the 29. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout, as the stoppage will come with 23 seconds to go till halftime. So now then, the big play has them all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Faking the give to Mostert. Now Lance. That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk.
Let's go, let's
down
go.
inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Here we go, set. Black 40.
Know your job.
Slice blue. Check pink. Switch. Yes, ready, go.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance. And it's complete. In the end zone.
Yeah, good job. Oh, yeah, good job, fellas. Good job.
Kyle Juszczyk as the first half is winding down. And the 49ers will extend their lead here just before halftime. Gold to add the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway as they go to work with 12 seconds on the clock.
Watch one. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Chance. You go tight. You got tight.
And Charles, this infraction is going to be against the offense. False start.
Sometimes you have to get up to the line of scrimmage, make sure your team is set before you begin your cadence.
Watch the curls. Alert flare.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. Able to push his way through. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Godden, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. It's the 49ers out in front, and they will get the football first as well as we are back and started in the second half. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
You remember me? You remember me?
They go back to the ground, this time Mostert. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard.
When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
94 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
They run with Mostert on the option. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45.
And Chris Barnes there on the stop. But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Lance going to give this to Mostert here on the option.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Come on, D. 51's the mic. 51's the mic.
6-man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep.
There's the stiff arm.
And he's going to have a Niners first down as the tackle made at about the 43-yard line. Boy, an effective play there, getting their wideouts involved in the run game.
And what they're always hoping on that type of a play, that they can get to the end of the line and have a chance to turn it upfield as he did there. That means they controlled the blocking and took care of the defensive end or the outside linebacker to give him that lane.
And I guess I need to clarify, I said getting their wideouts involved in the run game, but of course that was actually a pass as he popped it forward.
Watch twist. Watch the
Down now, 50 Fury.
check 3.
Running the counter with Mostert. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now.
Hey, let's get this.
The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. Final minute now in the 3rd quarter.
Check the outs, check the outs, check the outs.
Hey, Mike 51.
Drop, 17.
Throwing on first down is Lance.
Hey, let's get this.
And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. He's got the first down inside the 10. Touchdown! Raheem Mostert from 21 yards away. And the 49ers take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Now Gold for the extra point. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. Taylor decides not to try to return it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They're down 3 touchdowns to this point, needing to put something together as they have it 1st and 10. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Second and 10.
54 Mike. All day, all day. Hey, watch that. 150. 54. Light 50.
From the gun, it's Rodgers. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And this offense needed something to try and seize the momentum a little bit. That might have been exactly what they needed. Now they have a chance to go downfield and score and cut into the lead.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Now watch run. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Over.
On first down, Rodgers. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Rodgers. And that's complete to Adams. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They tackle them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Here we go. When's the mic? Watch one. Watch one. I got one. I got one.
Rodgers to throw once more. Flush to his right. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same Surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Boy, and now they can't even get a playoff.
Easy work. It's easy work, and it's coming again.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Rodgers got to have this one. And they hit him as he throws, as this one's going to go straight down to the turf. Incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their 38.
Check 15.
They'll start out here with a jet sweep, and he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. That's the danger, Charles, of running plays like this for your wide receiver. They can hit big or they can be duds.
Yeah, you're exactly right about that, because if they're forced to try and go around defenders behind the line of scrimmage, sometimes you can give yardage in order to gain it. But in this case, they gave yardage and didn't get it back.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations. There'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes.
We've watched this a long time, and I still don't believe we get it. 3rd and long. Why are you calling play action?
Yeah, because they're not going to bite defensively, right?
No, not at all. I did have a coach explain to me years ago that for some teams, that's how they have to deal with pass protection and their line blocking. But to me, it seems silly.
Yeah, well, they're silly, and it leads to a play-action sack. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. They'll go for it. Lance. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Packers are going to get the football back in excellent field position.
Win 18. Go to 50. Hey, you block over here.
Off the
Play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the Niners are going to take over. Is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room, and we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. This is taken just shy of the 10. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I got him.
Drill green.
Mike, 9.
Now Lance going to throw.
Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball.
Now Lance unable to escape, and down he goes. In that time for the sack, say hello to Chandler Jones. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long.
Apparently this defense has come to play. A sack and a run stuff behind the line on the first 2 plays.
I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. Throwing now is Lance.
Big series right here. We got to step it up.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It'll be a gain of 8, but it also lead to a 4th down.
Ready, set.
They do go for it. Lance.
Hey, we got a steal. We got a steal. We got a steal.
Escaping the pressure right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. Oh, wide open. Complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Raheem Mostert, 65 yards. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Murray and the Cardinals with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. They love their football in this part of the country, and this crowd is ready to go as their guys will match up with the San Francisco 49ers. The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started, and we are underway from FedEx Field. And the opening kickoff will not be returned as that will be a touchback.
Here we go, set. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
54. Here we go, here we go. 54.
Heineke now looking to throw on first down. That's out to the flat for Gibson. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31.
18 Cardinal.
Looking to throw, Heineke. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. A 6-yard pass on back-to-back plays. Picks up the first. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
39 yards there, a big one. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. They've moved the ball over 50 yards between this play and the last one. They've taken this opening kickoff and marched it right down the field defensively. Not much resistance.
And that's the point, because my admiration is for the guys moving the ball right now. They know what they're doing. Their plan is working. But I put the watch and say, okay, what are you going to do to change things up? Because if you don't, they're going to put that ball in the end zone real soon.
A gain of 7 that time. 2nd and goal. That's probably as simple of a throw as he'll have all game.
And good for everyone. Good for his completion percentage. Good for the receptions for the receivers. But you know how they work on.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington.
Ready for us.
Taylor Heineke keeping it himself from a yard out. And Washington takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. From deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Line 52. Here we go.
Here's Lance.
Here we go.
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line. It's a sack.
Yeah. Hit one, though.
They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Well, it looks like they caught him off guard on 2nd and very long by running the football. All right, we always talk about tendency breakers and counters and doing things opposite the grain, and that worked very well for them. Picked up really nice yardage, but they still have a lot of work to do on 3rd down.
You're not ready. You're not ready. Pick it up, guys. Pick it up.
And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. And that one will go for 13 yards on the keeper and a 1st down.
52, Mike 52. We got to get the ball, D. Get the ball.
Now a play fake. Lance. Man open. That's Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, we know that he can beat you in a number of ways. He can catch it short, he can take it long, or he can do what we just saw right there, catch it and then run with the football.
And that should serve as a big warning to this defense. They know now that they have to stick close to these receivers because they have the ability to break games wide open after the catch. And that one wound up in the end zone.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. DeAndre Carter now from his end zone. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And it's a unit last drive that did it all on the ground, Charles.
And they controlled it from the interior. Big on big, right? Offensive lineman versus defensive lineman. But you know, in order to keep the football moving downfield, other people have to get involved as well. Your wide receivers, your tight ends, lead runners, anything that you have possible to get in front and keep the ball moving.
And now the defense may be looking out for a pass coming up.
I got wide.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Cowboy 80, 54. They're not ready for this, man. They're not ready. Panther 60. Y'all play football.
7-7, our score after one.
Here we go, here we go. Hurry, 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 hurry. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Hey, watch Sam, watch Sam. Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Bring it. Bring it.
Go.
They go play action. Now Heineke. And that is going to be incomplete as he led him a bit too much.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
It's a party now.
On third down, Heineke. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
On 1st and 10, Heineke. That's going to be caught by Samuel. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
That's it, baby. We're going to work. Right there.
On play action, Heineke. Flushed out right. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Here's second and 9.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come. Here we go. Oh, here we go.
Heineke now.
Watch one. Watch one. Here we go. Here we go.
And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 26.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Watch tight end. 3 down, 3 down.
So Mike's number one, Mike's number one.
First down, Heineke. And this one too low.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Here's second and 10.
Here we go. Oh, one's the mic. Watch one. Watch one. I got you.
To throw is Heineke. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Check Mike 54.
We've hit the 2-minute mark of the first half. All knotted up at 7.
Ready, ready.
54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check, watch 54, watch 54.
All day.
Here's Gibson on the read option. And he takes it down to the 13 and picks up the first. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
Hey. Mike's 54. Mike's 54.
Throwing, Heineke. Being chased out left. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
All day, baby, all day, all day, all day.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity. I really like what he did there because he took his practice work and converted it to game action because he used his hands, got off the block, worked laterally and stayed to the outside. and finished off the runner for a loss.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
I'm letting you know right.
Now Mostert off the read option. Big hold of the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Check.
They run with Mostert off the option. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line.
Watch twist, watch twist. 38.
They hand it off to Mostert. And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Lance going to hold on to it.
Go, go, go,
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
Lance again going to keep it. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. And now the Niners going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Off of play action, here's Lance. Taking a shot for Samuel. No, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Defensively that time, they were in zone coverage. As a rookie QB, what lesson can you learn there?
Well, understand this. You saw zone in college, and the defensive backs reacted, but they don't react like they do on this level. So when they're in zone and they see the ball coming to them, they'll react at least a half a second faster. You've got to know where you want to go with the ball and be decisive with it. Otherwise, the end result can be something you don't like.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
No street. 79 Broncos.
I don't think you got it, son.
Hustle, hustle. Take over.
Final play of the half here. Heineke.
Go, baby. Turn it over. Get that ball.
Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Both teams currently making their final adjustments. We're getting ready for the second half. So we'll send it back up to FedEx Field and hand things back over to Brandon Gott.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece. 7-7 our score. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have taken a knee as he only gets this out to the 16-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tied game. No need to panic. No need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Lance. Flush to his right. He's got a first down past the 30. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. But Charles, in the past, a lot of people called this offense one-dimensional.
I think you did.
Well,
I think it was you.
I'll be honest, I did. I think the fan base is hoping with this young rookie that they can put some wrinkles in this offense like we just saw.
I think you're exactly right, because we did have that discussion that what we've seen in the past from them, they needed to broaden, and they have done it here. Look at what he's bringing to their offense.
Touchdown 49ers. Brandon Ayuk, 44 yards. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. No return here for Carter, and this will be a touchback. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And this game was all square at halftime, but now they find themselves down 7 following the opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter.
And they need to take a good, relaxing, deep breath, don't you think? Because right now they might start to feel like they've got to play catch-up here and start matching them point for point. But it's still too early to get there. They can still run their offense. Plenty of time to get back in this game.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Heineke. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. First target, first catch, and a first down.
Hey, here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
Heineke to throw it. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. The first down screen pass, good for 5.
Boy, that was certainly well-read defensively. And the key to any screenplay is space to work. And there was none to be found there. And they tackle it for just a short gain.
And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And the Niners are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield.
I tell you, Brandon, it seems like this guy's been all over the field so far. That's his 2nd interception of the game. And so much of playing defense in the NFL, especially when it comes to defending the pass, is all about positioning and technique. And this is fantastic work on both fronts there.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
You better talk to your boy.
Jamin Davis, he brought the pressure on the blitz, and he gets there for a loss of 12. Boy, that's tough, Charles. First play of the drive, you're hoping to stay ahead of schedule. You take that huge sack, and now you're facing 2nd and a mile.
And the entire time, you were probably thinking the same thing I was. Either get rid of the ball, safely, of course, or go down. The yardage he gave up on that play, that's going to be tough for them to make up.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Well, as we get ready for 3rd down, let's go back and recap here. The sack on the first play of this drive, that threw a wrench in what they were trying to accomplish because they were compelled to throw the ball on 2nd down. A running play was not in the works. And that incompletion set up another passing down here on 3rd and long.
Check.
5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Mike 5-2.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain, and they will set up shop at their own 41-yard line. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Watch 54. Watch 54.
Complete out to Samuel on the quick throw. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third.
That's a good bounce back play right there after taking a sack on first down. Didn't quite get it to the marker, but now we're in a much better spot for a third and short yardage call. If you're the offensive coordinator, you like looking at that section a heck of a lot better than trying to figure out third and long.
He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down and a yard. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Hey, watch that.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And it'll be a turnover on downs. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Kill, kill, kill. Turn up. Kill.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Mostert. Fighting through at the 25. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 55 rushing yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Hey, eat. Here we go. Let's bring it. Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it.
Hey, check money.
Lance going to give this to Mostert here on the option. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, they want to ride him down the stretch. He should have fresh legs.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Now Mostert off the read option. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down.
And now 3rd and goal coming up. The loss on 2nd down. That just means this crowd's going to get even louder. And they'll get a little bit of extra help from the defenders as they exhort them to join them in the effort.
And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Trey Lance, a 3-yard. Sight that many call the loudest in the NFL. We are inside Arrowhead Stadium here in Kansas City. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Chiefs get set to do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. The veteran kicker Robbie Gould set to get us started. And we are underway from Arrowhead. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25.
Watch 54. Silver.
Hey, 15.
Mahomes now on first down. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. A good safe pass there right off the bat.
That's almost a rhythm play. That's what we like to call it. Get them into rhythm early, something safe, something they're confident about, something they feel good. And once that's completed, then you just keep moving from there because the confidence elevates.
They'll come up now on second and a yard.
I don't even know why this team showed up.
They'll run for the first time with Clyde Edwards-Helaire. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight D.
Now Edwards-Helaire. And he'll work this forward for about 3. It's second down.
Not the kind of gain that we'll go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those 230 yards for you when necessary.
It's our field. It's our field.
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. We were wondering what they would do defensively to disrupt Patrick Mahomes. Sacking him on the first drive, that's a really good way to set a tone.
The last thing you want to do is let him get established in the pocket where he can set his feet and throw wherever he wants to. Even though he does it well on the run and on the move, you definitely want to get him off the spot in the pocket.
Don't be scared of it.
So Mike's number one.
Man, I got you. Man, I got you.
Throwing is Mahomes on third. That's caught. It's Demarcus Robinson. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44. 5 yards, and that means they come up short as they're going to have to punt here on the opening drive. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive.
Right there. 54 Mike. I'm coming. I'm coming. Shit.
They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game, and the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Here we go. Red 38.
54. Mike, 50.
Check strike. Let's go.
Watch out.
And down to the 36-yard line here. And just a yard to go here on second down.
Check 2052 blaster.
Mostert. And he gets it down to the 32. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
It's on the option right, and he is going to lose yardage here. Credit Melvin Ingram, able to get into the backfield and make the stop.
When people talk about plays being blown up, that's exactly what they're talking about. That's Exhibit A for physical play.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13.
Let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip.
Let's go, Mike 50. Hey, I'm coming.
50's to Mike. 50's to Mike.
Let's go, defense.
Now Lance again going to keep it. It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper, but it leads to a 3rd down. Now that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
It's a gain of 5, but it'll lead to a 4th down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll try it now with Mostert. Open space inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert taking it in from 24 yards out. And the Niners are on the board first here on the road in Kansas City. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Gould now out to kick it away. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it.
Oh, into a sea of defenders have intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore.
My
and
bad,
the
guys.
49ers are going to... Sports, and we are at Bill Stadium in upstate New York. The folks in Buffalo love their Bills, and a moment ago they entered to the delight of this sold-out crowd. They're set for football as their Bills will do battle with the San Francisco 49ers. And we are underway in Buffalo. And they will elect to not bring this one out as our first drive will begin at the 25.
Round 80! Mike 54! Watch a slant, watch a slant!
Devin Singletary with his first carry of the game. And he sneaks his way forward only for a couple here. Second down. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Here's Allen to throw it. Buying time to his left. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45.
Right there.
And now
54,
before
right
this
there,
first
right
down
there.
play, we're
54,
going to get a
Mike.
timeout here. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go. Let's go. 51. Mike 51. Let's go, let's go.
Hey, home.
Mike 51, Mike 51. Watch the run, watch the run. 51's the Mike, 51's the Mike.
On first down, Allen eluding the pressure right. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be second down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
On second down, here's a run with Singletary. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
We got this. 3 down, 3 down. Hey,
They will run with Singletary. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Half. Middle. Half 10.
And now they'll throw with Allen sliding out of the pocket. He's going to fire one, corner of the end zone. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted, throwing back across his body. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive. Back near his goal line. Here's Lance. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked out and incomplete.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
man up, D. Man up, D.
And he'll take this up to about the 7 or 8 yard line. 5 yards, now it's 3rd and 5.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
An extra defensive back here for the Bills on 3rd down.
Here we go.
Now they'll run the option to the short side left. And he'll be hit and dropped for a loss at the 5-yard line. A 3-yard loss. 4th down now. So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down.
58, right over there.
And they'll go for it. Lance. This one caught by Kittle. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10.
Ready. 52 blue.
Too little, cut.
Let's go, tackle. Let's go. We got this.
They run with Mostert off the option. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
And that one going to be off target and incomplete.
They always say that real estate is about location. Well, guess what? When it's a slant route, the quick ones, timing. Got to be able to lead your man with the football.
And the timing off right there, threw it behind him. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
49's a Mike. 49's a Mike. I'm covered. Check 26. Watch.
97.
Here's Mostert. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Boom. 49's a Mike.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert. That may be a sneak peek on this opening drive of what this young rookie can showcase, his legs.
And normally, as you start a game, you're just thinking, can he get the snap? Can he hand off? Can he just execute? Instead, he doesn't waste any time on wrapping another dimension to his game, showing off those wheels and picking up some nice yardage.
We're scoreless after 1.
Get that quarterback at all costs.
Play action. Now it's Lance.
Tighten up, tighten up.
Steps away to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Vernon Butler able to run him down for a loss of a yard.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play action fake.
The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11.
Mike's 49. Mike's 49.
Lance going to give this to Mostert here on the option. Not much there. Maybe a couple up to the 35.
Here, baby. Your trip is here. 36, 36. Switch.
Lance, a handoff here to Mostert. And the tackle going to be made at the 41 as they stop him a few yards short of the first. It's a gain of 6, but not enough, as he'll be forced to punt on their first drive of the game. Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field.
49.
They do go for it. Lance. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he's got room.
It's over. It's over. Let's dominate.
49ers.
Tampa, baby, let's
Brandon
move on.
Ayuk, he is as electric as they come with the ball in his hands in the open field, and he turns that catch into big yardage. Robbie Gould on for the extra point. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Mike's 5-4, Mike's 5-4.
To throw, it's Allen.
Check back.
He'll get this out wide to Singletary. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
Regular.
Mike's 54.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10. It's caught by Sanders. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
Right there. 54 Mike.
I got it. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
We'll remind you in just a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Orlando and our good friend Jonathan Coachman. Coach will run through some of the numbers and the next-gen stats from this first half of football so far. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. And he's maybe going to get this back to the 4, but that's about all. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Defense simply not fooled by the draw there.
Well, they were thinking run to begin with, and what they tell their defensive linemen is play the run on your way to the quarterback. If someone shows, go get him, and that's exactly what they did.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. And he's maybe going to get this
back to the 4, but that's about all. 3 tight ends up front here. 3rd and goal. Rolling to his right. And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. It's the fullback there to make the grab. And the Bills are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And we are tied here in the second quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose. And he'll be out of bounds right at the 40. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
Man, defensively, that hurts. They got him out of his rhythm. They had him hemmed in, but somehow he was able to tuck it away and get away for a gain.
49 the mic. 49 the mic.
On 1st and 10, here's Lance. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
Let's
and
go.
He
Let's
is
do
down
this.
deep into Buffalo territory. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. A final shot before half for Lance. Caught on a slant. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
Final adjustments being made for the second half. So with that, we get you back up to Orchard Park and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. 1 touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down officially at the 21. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be...
And the defense loses him. It's complete. Touchdown, 49ers. Well, we saw this plenty last year in college. He loved to take his shots downfield, and that throw, that was a thing to behold there.
And if that ball was hanging in the air with the receiver streaking downfield to meet it, here in the stadium, you could just sense the crowd thinking, oh, no. And their worst fears were realized as that one turned into a long touchdown.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Returning it, Isaiah McKenzie. And he will make it back to the 15, and that's it. Good coverage there by the kick team.
Here we go.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, Pass rush. Bring some guys up front, or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he'll have this past the
Let's go,
30
boys.
prior
Let's
to
go.
going out of bounds. 12 yards that time, and a Bills first down.
Here we go. Oh.
Pass in.
Watch one.
Gun.
Watch one.
Singletary here running out of the gun. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And out across midfield down to the 45. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
Mike's 5-4.
Ready?
Mike's 5-4.
Middle.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Man,
Allen gonna throw. Forced out to his left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Back to the air on second down. It's Allen. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Another incompletion with that one. He's just 7 of 14 throwing the football. 50%. Typically not going to get it done, is it?
And let's just make it simple, and that's exactly why they trail.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. Allen off the play fake. They'll roll him out right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And it's in. Is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Dallas Cowboys. It's the team of the 80s versus the team of the 90s. The Niners, the Cowboys, they're underway. And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 20.
Mike's 5'4". Nice, sweetheart. Mike's 54.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Everyone, sliding. Mike 54. Mike 54. Man out, man out, man out.
On second down, Elliott once more. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. That's right.
46.
Prescott down.
54 Mike.
Flushed out right. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
And that's exactly what defenses talk about. You've got to find ways to get off the field when you can, especially on 3rd down. And 3rd down defense going to be vital in this game. Able to knock that one away and force a 4th down.
And it appears they'll go for it here on 4th down. A big call on the game's opening drive. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. Gonna look deep for Wilson. That's caught inside.
I'ma show you, man.
Touchdown, Cowboys.
Oh, don't be scared. You
Dak
smell that
Prescott,
chicken's
probably
draw.
not the first name you think of in terms of strongest arms in the NFL, but he showed it off there.
And give him credit. He deserves it. But this is such a breakdown defensively. My goodness. From a pass rush perspective, you know that they got to be coming hard on 4th down trying to get to the quarterback. But from a coverage perspective, how do you not see that play developing? And it turns into a touchdown.
And that one covering an even 63 yards in the air. Zerline good with a PAT. And that makes the score 7-0. And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
Watch the blue striker.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there.
Now Lance. Gets this one to use check.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Down. 60 red. 60 red.
I got you, boy.
Mike, 6.
On the option right is Lance. And for a second straight play, that Cowboy defense gets him to the ground behind the line of scrimmage. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down.
Ready. 62 blue.
I smell fear in that offense. I smell.
Here's Lance. He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that first down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up?
Trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
And with a play clock about to expire, Mike McCarthy's going to take a timeout. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this first quarter. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, let's get in them holes. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch it.
And they'll begin by running the option. Only a yard on the keeper, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
On 2nd and 9, Prescott. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Nick Bosa. He's the one who runs him down, and my goodness, that is just a disastrous loss for this offense.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54 Mike.
Now on 3rd and forever, he'll look to throw. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. Unable to corral him, he fights through. And he will finally be taken out of bounds.
Keep playing hard.
They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. The thing that hurt on that play, the missed tackle, that allowed the extra yardage.
It's a matchup game in the NFL. You get the guy that you want isolated, have him miss a tackle, and off you go.
Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Being chased out left. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
And there, once he's outside of the pocket and doesn't see anything, very smart play to just throw it away. That was only 1st down. He's got a few more shots, maybe. He can take it in the end zone.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Dak going to hand it to Elliott on the option.
Go.
And he will take it in for a Cowboy score. Ezekiel Elliott. Fine work there on the touchdown run. And the Cowboys lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game.
Zerline now for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on its first quarter of play. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. From down at the 12, it's first and 10.
Let's go, D. Mike 54. Mike 54.
They'll start out here with the option left.
I'm only going to be able to carry it so
into the
far.
end zone for a Cowboy touchdown.
This is what we made of right
Dak
here.
Prescott, a 12-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Now Zerline on to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively, obviously. 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
This is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor? Maybe you break the ice a little bit like, hey, didn't we practice in that color jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? Or maybe you have to be stern with him. But whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. A handoff running left is Mostert. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down. So from second and long, now we go to third and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4-down territory, that really opens things up for you.
Off of play action, here's Lance.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge. And that's good enough for a first down.
Well, they had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. It's just me and you.
55's mine, guys. 55.
You ain't doing nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Lance now to throw. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Lance. Got a man, that's Ayuk. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 23. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Hurry, hurry, 45, white.
Now Mostert off the read option. And a short gain here down to the 22. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
You better be afraid of me.
Ready up.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and they will take over at the 26-yard line. Always costly to cough up that football. These defenders, they become so adept, though, at jarring it free.
Yeah, it's amazing that there aren't more fumbles caused because now, if you're an offensive player, you go through ball security drills every single day. It's really not out of line to think you should take the ball to bed with you and just hold on to it. But the bottom line is, no matter how much you try to protect it, these guys are pretty good at finding ways to knock it out.
Flush to his, and eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack. Another try after the 1st down sack. Prescott throwing the out route incomplete. It's Lamb, and he'll be out right at the 35.
Mike 51. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
And Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Go ultra. Go ultra. Blue check.
Here's a handoff to Mostert running left. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see.
38.
You don't want it. Slam.
Ready.
Here's Lance to throw it. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side.
And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Let's go now. Blue 32.
Watch the screen. Pass.
He's coming. We got double up. Claws 10. Smith red.
Rush it.
Here's Mostert. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Raheem Mostert, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Gold with the extra point, and the lead will be cut down to 14. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Pollard elects to keep it, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. Gonna take a shot for Gallup. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
He certainly had a good game throwing the ball so far, but I think he was trying to take that from good to great with that throw, trying to get one downfield.
Defense, let's go. Here we go. Here we go.
A second down throw for Prescott.
I'm coming.
Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back, because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you got a battle on your hands.
And this will not get close to the first down marker as he's brought down at the 26. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. Fair catch signaled for and taken at about the 15-yard line. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. The final shot before break. Lance. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And they trail here to begin the second half. What's going to be a key for them to get back in the game?
I think they're right there, and I think the game is still up for the taking for them because we always talk about turnovers. They had 2 of them in the first half, and once you start talking about if you have 3, 4, or 5, you know it's beyond difficult to try and win a football game with that. Those have to be eliminated. If they take care of the ball, they've still got a shot.
Hey, come on out here. Come get me.
They fake the handoff. Now Lance.
He don't want it.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion, and when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points, and the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
On second down, Mostert. He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Mike, six.
Taking to give to Mostert. Now Lance. Toward the sideline. Did he keep the feet in? Yes, he got them both down, says the side judge, and that's good enough for a first down. Give them 18 on the play. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Lance looking to throw it. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 28. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Play action, now it's Lance. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Micah Parsons. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range.
Watch the screen.
This is Mostert. Yeah, this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
I'm going back to you. Check 43.
They run with Mostert off the option, and he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. Give him a couple on the run as it brings up the 4th down.
Here we go. 50, green. Go. Mike, six.
And they'll go for it. Lance.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
To the sideline, and he's got it. They say the feet are down. Yes, the line judge says they're in. That'll be a first down. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field.
Check.
10 cycles.
Check.
Black Ultra.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the 3rd quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the 1st and goal.
They'll run with Mostert. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Two times. Even.
3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second and goal, and they will try again from the 2-yard line.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Again, it's Mostert. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. This Cowboy defense trying to hold him out of the end zone. They've run it to 3rd and goal.
Undercrunch. Watch the shift. Watch the shift.
Mostert. And he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. A pitch out to Mostert. And he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the 49ers have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. On the return, Tony Pollard from his end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a 1-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Prescott from the gun. Now he's going to go up top over the middle. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the 49ers are right back in this football game. So, my goodness, I wouldn't have thought this possible not too long ago, but that turnover there means we have a game again.
Yeah, it's been a completely different team here in the 2nd half. I just wonder on the other side of the field where the starters telling the backups, get ready, you're going to get some playing time. And now guess what? Hope they didn't cut the tape off of their wrists and ankles. They've got to go back out there and play.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But the bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Working from the gun, Lance. They'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. The Niners have the first down on a gain of 11.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Eluding the pressure right. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. It's a 4-yard pickup there, and it leaves them with 3rd and 5.
Everyone's go.
97.
6 guys.
Smash. Red.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. 3rd down turns to 1st with that 5-yard pickup.
53. Watch out now. 50 Fury. Ready.
Back to throw. And they'll get this on the screen to Mostert. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10.
Check 49, check 49.
On the handoff, this is Mostert. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Mike, 55. Right there.
He's back to throw. And this is incomplete. This defense has watched their lead dwindle away. This is where they really need to bow up. They executed well there.
And it's often hard after you've played really well early and then you kind of relax a little bit to step on the gas again. They just did it on the last play. Looks like they want to finish this one off.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Mike, 55.
They'll look to throw.
They can't hang with us.
And it's caught. It's a touchdown. So they rally here in the final minute, and they're an extra point away from tying this game. Coaches must really like to see that from the quarterback because he's had the interceptions in this game, but they're able to connect on the touchdown pass.
And teammates love to see that because they know that they miss blocks during a game and they come back and make them later on. They miss tackles, right? They miss making plays, but the spotlight is magnified on your quarterback. And when he stands up to the pressure and comes back and throws a touchdown pass after throwing some picks earlier, they feel great about that guy.
And likewise for him personally, as a rookie quarterback, has to give him more confidence. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Here we go, oh. Here we go, oh. One for Mike.
Now Dak.
Watch the run.
Finding Schultz. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Give him 10 there. Good enough for a Cowboy first down.
Well, that answers the question in my head. They're going to go for the win right now.
I think you're absolutely right. They're not content with going to OT. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, we say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And, Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes, and that was one of our mantras back at Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
We'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 24. And he will be taken down, and that means we are headed to overtime. And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, then...
So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And we will not see a return to start overtime. It'll come out to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good open field tackling held it to an okay game.
And a dangerous throw there as that's knocked down and incomplete. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
And this is caught. Amari Cooper. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. A gigantic call there in overtime, but it pays off with a first down.
Here we go. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4.
Prescott on play action. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
Ready, yellow, 43.
Focus, defense, focus. Mike 6. Mike 6.
Ready, go.
Lance going to give this to Mostert here on the option. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 55 rushing yards rushing for him now as he is just trying to will his guys to an overtime victory. Here's second and a yard.
Let's get off the field, D.
Now a play fake. Lance
You.
gets this one to Juszczyk. And he's into the end zone for the touchdown and a game winner in OT. A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that fourth quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback. Because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it, and they did it well.
Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. Robbie Gould's got it on the tee. He kicks it off, and here we go from Levi's Stadium. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. And they'll come out with a three tight end look on the first play of the drive. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Good. 180.
Right there, 54 Mike.
No gain on this defense. No gain.
Hey, watch Sam, watch Sam. Check Mike.
Up, up.
Mike 54.
Let him know, let him know. Let him know, let him know.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, it shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
He'll find Schwartz complete right side. And some room to maneuver. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A really good pickup of 28 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Play fake, Mayfield. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 11 more on that one and another first down.
54 Mike.
Hey, pick your game up.
Hey, watch
Mayfield on play action. He'll buy some time right. And out of bounds right around the 20. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. He got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
Is that all you got? You better come harder next time, son.
Good. 180. Stay with your man.
And that's going to be caught by Peoples-Jones. Touchdown, Browns.
Here I come again.
Donovan Peoples-Jones.
Come on, let's go.
An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Browns take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Well, that's how they envisioned it. Get the football to start the game and score it.
And I don't know if that was scripted. Was it an audible? Or was it just a play call that they had in their pocket? No matter what, they had the right call on against the right defense, and they ended up in the end zone.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Ready. 52 blue.
He's coming. Check in.
Double dog, that's the way.
Black swap.
Not today, you aren't.
Strike. Check strike. Steel. Black.
Slam.
Ready. Go.
First carry for Raheem Mostert. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And no more. Tackle made there by Myles Garrett.
Here we go. Set. Black 40.
Come on, oh.
Mike 4.
Watch twist.
Now Mostert off the read option. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. When he runs, he seems to do a nice job of knowing when to be patient and find the hole, and then when the hole is there, he goes quickly.
You're exactly right. He knows how to just take off, but you know what else? Brings a little thump with him, doesn't he?
He does.
He packs the boom at the end of the run and finishes it going forward. That's what you want to see out of your backs.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. You often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
I'm coming for you. You might.
Check steal.
Shift.
Running the counter with Mostert. And he's going to take this across the 50 into Browns territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Now an option play on 2nd down. And he will be out of bounds here on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Got it. Here we go. 50 green.
All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. They run with Mostert off the option. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Ready. 10 black. Fury yellow.
Mike 28.
On play action, Lance. Buying time to his left. Space to run past the 20. And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
38.
You got tight.
They hand it off to Mostert. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
Switch gears. Alert flash.
Now Mostert. And they'll get him down right around the 16. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
And for the Browns, a nickel set here on 3rd down. Lance going to throw. That's complete to Mostert out of the backfield. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 1st and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
Quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback.
10 cycle.
Watch the twist.
Ready.
Lance on the keeper. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. 2nd and goal from the 1.
Let's go.
They'll try to run this one in. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers.
Raheem Mostert taking it in from a yard out. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied here in the second quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Browns drive about to get started. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offensive sails because they had it going pretty good last time too.
Had to sit over there for a little while, didn't they? You know, they were eager, amped up to get back on the field after just scoring, hoping to get the ball back quickly. That didn't happen, so I'd say come out, just kind of get started again. You know, doesn't have to be anything dramatic. Just get moving, get loose again, and see if they can get it downfield.
Let's get up.
From the gun, Mayfield. Got a man, that's Rashard Higgins. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. They find some open field here. 20.
It's over. It's over. Let's dominate.
Way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. And Nick Chubb, about as dynamic a runner as the NFL has to offer. He put his talents on full display there. That was some kind of run.
And that's why he's one of the best running backs in the game today, because this run combined all the elements. Started with patience, and he was just waiting for the right lane to materialize. Then once he saw it, he used his speed and escapability in tandem and turned this into a tremendous play.
Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. Following the touchdown, here's McLaughlin to kick off. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Escaping the pressure right. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And this is picked up by the Browns.
All right, let's be frank. You hate the fumble at the end of the play. But prior to that, I liked a lot of what was going on. Tucks it down, takes off, picks up good yardage. But in that portion of the field, that close to the sideline,
step out.
Yeah, either get down or get out of bounds. Take care of the ball.
Yeah, he had the yards, but then the mistake. Mayfield now after the fumble recovery.
So we got man.
And this is going to be incomplete.
But defensively, you're over there trying to catch your breath and try not to show the offense that you're a little bit fatigued. You're right back out there after the turnover. Now they've got to work towards getting another couple of stops and forcing them into at least a long field goal situation.
To throw again on 2nd down. Mayfield. They'll go screen here to Hunt. Finding room to the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. They'll give to Hunt here on the option. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle.
Right.
180.
54 Mike.
Know your job.
Alert, alert, alert.
Mayfield down.
Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball.
Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here. 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. And the clock reads 30 seconds to go, so really not a whole lot of time to speak of.
Mike's 54. Mike's 54. Watch the...
Hurry! Kings!
Right there. 54. Right there. 54.
Back to it after the pick 6. Mayfield. He's going to float this one deep right side. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
We ain't giving up nothing. Pistol.
Crunch. '54's Mike. Check. Watch 54.
Throwing again, Mayfield on 2nd and 10. He's going to try and go deep again. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Well, Baker Mayfield only 6'1", but he can certainly sling it, and we saw evidence of that right there. Extra point by McLaughlin is up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we'll see how aggressive they want to be in these final stages before the half. First down and a little extra for Mostert. Now here's a timeout as they're going to get it with 8 seconds remaining here in the first half. They had 3 tight ends in on that set, and they were really good at blocking for their running back.
And give them a lot of credit because in football nowadays, tight ends coming out of college often don't block very often. These guys have really developed into superior blockers, and that's why they use them in this formation so often.
He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, We get it back out to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Godden, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They do trail, but they have a chance to possess the football first to try and do something about it.
And that certainly makes it something of an important drive for them, because is it going to win the game? No, but you have to do something to bring some life to your sideline.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
Lance going to keep it on the option. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. He'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down.
Let's get it.
Here we go. Red 38.
6 man. Check curls. Check.
Here's Lance to throw it. That's complete out left to Ayuk. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down.
45. White. 43 rail.
Let's go. Switch it.
Now a give to Mostert running right. And some room to roam now. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. 70 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now. Even from up here in the booth, the play-by-play guy could tell that there was some pretty good blocking on the right side of the line.
Well, you have good eyes, and it's almost like a ballet when it's executed that well. Everyone in the right spot, everyone in sync, everyone hitting the perfect notes. A little more percussion and a lot more bass, I would think, than you get your normal ballet. But at the same time, that was well executed.
And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down.
Set. Ready. 10 black.
Let's go, D. Let's go. Hey, let's get this.
To throw, it's Lance. Flushed out right. He'll get this into the hands of Mostert. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 24 yards.
Come on. Set. Yellow. 22.
56.
Ultra. Roll ultra. 52 blaster.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
Ready. Go.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5.
Well, Brandon, we always know that once you score one touchdown,
You want 2.
You're without a doubt. And so far today, he's got one, but was denied as he tried to get the second one.
One more time with Mostert. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
So now, blue 32.
56. All day.
Strikers 3-3. Yellow lining. Ready. Go.
They'll run with Mostert. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Raheem Mostert, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Niners have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that will tie our game here in the 3rd. Nothing separating these two teams on the scoreboard as the kick's away here. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Browns drive about to get started. Their halftime lead now evaporated. We're back to level following that touchdown a moment ago.
And that shouldn't change the mindset a whole lot from an offensive perspective because they already knew this was going to be a hard-fought game. Now they just need to go out, execute their game plan, and keep moving.
Give them 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give them a first down.
I'll tell you what, a lot of those mid-range throws have been available because sometimes teams get too concerned about the deep ball and they leave too much space in front of them. And these guys have been taking advantage so far.
Point it right.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning to tear you up.
King!
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Second and 9.
Check. Watch 54. I got you.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield.
I got one.
Forced out to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. The Browns on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
So Mike's number one.
Mayfield. That one is caught by Hunt. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on fourth down. They'll give to Hunt here on the option. And he will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on fourth. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Hey, I'm coming after you.
Run. Mike one. Let's make these babies cry all the way back.
Mayfield off the play
Let's make
fake.
these babies cry all the way back home.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
And that's a great example of ball skills right there, partner. You and I do a lot of games, and I can't tell you how many guys look to run with the football before they've intercepted it. So that's a nice job of focusing on the task at hand and coming away with the interception.
A run there with Mostert as he'll push this forward and call it a 4-yard gain on first down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. He wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
He's checking crab. Bang!
Lance with a tap forward on the jet sweep. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line.
Let's go!
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down. On the option, here's Juszczyk. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on fourth down.
Who that? 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike.
I got him.
Slam.
Striker. Blue striker.
56. Mike, 56, right there.
And they'll go for it. Lance taking a shot for Samuel.
Give me that ball.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Greg Newsome. And the Browns are going to have it here at their own 9-yard line. That's one of those interceptions watching from up here that quarterback wide receiver just looked a little out of sync.
They did look a little out of sync, and yeah, they're going to examine that when they get to the sidelines, and they'll talk about it throughout next week when they watch the tape. But the guy who's going to be there for him, really in his ear, is his center, because that's a special relationship for a rookie quarterback. Your center handles your line calls. He gets everyone in the proper position to block. He'll be the first guy back to pick you up after you've been knocked down, and that's the guy you watch the extra film with and try and learn the league.
133 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. A run for Nick Chubb. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. Now it's 2nd and 9.
54.
You must be dreaming.
Right there. 54. Right there. 54, Mike.
And again, it's Chubb. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. A potential field goal, if you're thinking about that, almost 55 yards from here as they try to get closer on 3rd down. On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Myles Garrett in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. That time, Charles, great job keeping him in the pocket and not letting him escape.
And, Brandon, I think this was a great example of the front and the back working together, meaning the back covering, no place to go with the football. And the front, terrific job on the edge so he couldn't escape outside. And then, of course, the inside pressure kept him hemmed in as well.
And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on 1st down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
That ball caught. Brandon Ayuk. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Don't say nothing.
Double tight.
Hey,
Back to throw. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A field field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on third down.
Number 28, red, cycle. Check in. Ready, go.
They'll look to throw.
Winds up and lets it go for Samuel.
Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line.
There's the arm strength that we saw in college and during the scouting process. And really, it's not just the arm strength there, but the placement as well. To me, that was an excellent combination of arm talent and accuracy.
Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. You're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.